Oh, wrong thing. This was the right thing. Hey,
Oops.
everybody. Yeah, I went to the shop because I'm smart. Welcome back for another fantastic episode of Pete and Jeremy's DnDTime. We have I don't mean to brag, but this is basically the all-star cast. I mean, this is some of our highest experienced characters in all of the land of DnDTime. So, though they need no introduction, without further ado, Kurogan, the Spellknight himself, welcome back.
Hello, it has been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So, Kurogan, what have you been doing? I know you're gearing up for your boss battle, but you've been ready for that for a while. So, what have you been doing in the meantime?
I have been training my ass off.
Oh, jeez. So it's just been all work all day?
All work, all day. I even went to visit Selcress a couple days ago.
Oh, really? How did that? So down in the Underdark?
Yes, it was darker than I would have liked at first. But
It's called the Underdark, dummy. We've been through this.
Yes, I know. And I said I got used to it. I liked it. It was good.
It was good?
Yes.
Oh, wow. What did you
fun.
What did you do?
Well, mostly training. I also got to walk her dad.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk. We'll see what Selcress says about that in a minute. But well, Kurogan, welcome back. I'm glad to see you've been training so hard. I think you're gonna need it. Next in our crew tonight, we have Krixus, Light of the Dawn, our lizard folk druid of the Great Big Cloud. Welcome back, bud.
It is you, Jeremy. Yes.
Yeah, it's me.
Yes, I enjoyed the adventure last week. Salads. As a matter of fact, it inspired me to make this salad right here.
No. Oh, no, Krixus. Is that a salad made out of slod?
Yes, it's delicious.
No, you shouldn't eat those.
Why not?
Selcress, you know better than to let him eat those.
I haven't tried it yet.
I figure some peons have to learn.
I haven't tried it yet. It looks so tasty.
Oh, yeah.
Krixus, feed it to an enemy, okay?
Krixus, okay. Is that piece still wiggling?
A little bit. I had a friend cast gentle repose on it.
Oh God, why would you do that?
I didn't want it to go bad. I mean, it's been like
yeah, the Chefromancer's been giving him tips.
Yes, he's been giving me all the tips.
Oh no,
delicious.
I was gonna ask, how is your traveling show, Cooking with Krixus, going?
It's not launched yet, but I'm working on it.
Soon.
I have to show how to. I have to show how to and make bone jelly for blood cat.
I see. Well,
yes.
All right. Well, Krixus, welcome back as per the usual. Next, we have our Heirophant of the 7 Silver Stars, the kind of prime cleric of Silune. Lance Silverblood, welcome, my friend. They say that your blood is truly silver. Is that true?
Well, you know how these things go. I don't exactly go about trying to spill blood, especially not my own.
That was the best not answer my question ever.
I do. I've been working on dodging these, and truly, Krixus, you should not eat that. I could revive that without even casting Revivify. That's cure wounds territory.
Well, maybe I can feed it to a wolf or something.
Speaking of the Revivify, Lance, you, I believe, the only one so far to truly bring back the dead still in the land of D&D.
What are you talking about?
Well, Selcress, you do some other things.
I bring them back?
Oh, you...
I can talk to him. It's great.
Well, I was going to say something else, but I've forgotten it now. Lance, you're also gearing up for the boss battle. How are you? Are you ready for it? I mean, obviously, this is just a normal adventure.
Of course. I've been investing a bit more in my beard trade. I've made a few deals with the dwarves of Og, and that's actually allowed me to put a bit more funding into my research of divine necromancy. It's truly more interesting than I first expected.
Did you say divine necromancy?
Well, necromancy is
raising of
such
the
a
dead, of
frowned
course,
on
of course.
word. Revivify. I think I might be on the brink of something even grander than that. Something reaching beyond the grasps of a mere revivify. One step closer to whatever Bartholomew does to spirit us back.
Well, that's really interesting. Well, I'm interested to see how that comes along. And then, of course, last but not least, she needs no introduction. The Ice Princess herself, Selcress of House Ishal.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yes, you may applaud.
Kurogan is going to applaud.
Yeah, there is a slight round of applause from
Yes.
the people in Bartholomew's shop.
Wells
Good.
knows better than not to applaud.
Good. Well, as you know, Kurogan came and helped me with my chores. Trained in the Underdark.
Mm-hmm. How did that go?
What
It
about
was-
your chores?
No,
This
they
is
weren't.
specialized training.
Yes, they're very specialized just for you, Kurogan. Only you could have done it.
I mean,
So
looking at
well.
a face like that, I mean, Kurogan, can you look a young drow in the eyes? Is she's so insistent that she's truly giving you good training, and can you think that's a lie? You can't, right?
I can't.
No,
She's too
just
adorable.
too cute.
She has those beautiful drow puppy eyes.
I found a
Exactly.
magical bluebird too, and I've learned a lot about peons, and I'm expanding my peon base to a whole new realm. It's great.
Exciting. So, Selcress, if someone were to want to, I guess, learn your decrees, would they just talk to the nearest magical blue bluebird, and listen to its tweets, perhaps?
Yes.
Would that be
Yes.
exciting? Well, I guess if anyone else is interested in hearing her royal decrees, or soon to be, princess is still a royal decree, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Then I guess you can check out her. You can go to the nearest blue songbird, hold open its beak, and listen to its tweets as it talks. And spreads
Yes,
the
you have
word
to
of
squeeze it a little bit.
D&D
Is this what they call a tweeter?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's a tweeter. That's the name of the bird. But
Did that purple creepvine help with your slaves as well?
I planted it, and I picked off a piece, so I still have it. We can use it.
Good.
mm,
May prove most useful.
Mm-hmm.
without further ado, we'll jump right into tonight's adventure. Tonight's adventure is entitled Hell's Kitchen. And as all of you are aware, you are visiting an old friend of yours. You're heading deep into the Baradac, which the Baradac itself is a dark and dreary place.
Reminds me
The
of
Baradac is awful, but who
No,
is
it-
on the Baradac?
Well, it's kind of homey, but
It's very homey.
yeah. Lift me up, Kurogan.
Of course, Kurogan puts Selcress on his shoulders.
Yeah, and as Kurogan lifts Selcress up onto his shoulders as per the usual, you make your way down the cracked and windy road that passes through the Baradac. In many parts, the cobblestones have sunken into the swampy muck around. Nothing, as far as the eye can see, just flat, burbling mire, the occasional dead tree, cobweb, a few occasional frog, but no other vibrance or forest. Overhead, the clouds blot out most of the sun, leaving everything shrouded. And as you make your way down this path, despite maybe your excitement at seeing an old friend, the aura of the place gets. Spirits are not as high as maybe they would normally be. Until you see ahead the crooked stone tower sticking out of the mire at the end of the. On its at its base, there is a thick oaken door. Atop it affixed a withered, shrunken head of some eldritch beast. You all approach, as you've done several times before. And yeah, you have arrived at Slaughtermurder Estate. What would you like to do?
I take a piece of my slod salad and
Watch out
throw
for
it,
the welcome mat.
and I throw it at the eldritch whore that I gave him.
Yes, as you throw the little wriggling piece of slod at the door, the shrunken, mummified illithid head, which is affixed to the front, once given to Clinton Slaughtermurder by you, Krixus, animates and comes to life. A tentacle, withered and shrunken, whips out and grabs onto the little piece of meat you threw and pulls it inward.
I think he likes it.
There's a little bit of a munching motion from the shrunken face, and after a moment, you then hear a clicking sound as the door unlocks and kind of opens a little.
Well,
that was impressive. I figured that would be too withered by now to still partake of the meats.
Illithids are just weird.
Well, we are talking about the Chefromancer. It's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
that too. He's really good at his job.
Yeah.
That is very true.
well,
Shall we go inside?
Yep.
Of
Kurogan.
course.
duck
Watch-
inside, making sure.
Yeah,
to
watch my head.
Selcress.
Yeah.
As I enter, I'm gonna growl at the rug.
Yeah, and as you kind of like all duck in, the rug like goes for Kurogan's leg, but then Krixus growls at it and it just kind of growls back. And there's this awkward standoff between the animated rug on the inside and Krixus as the rest of you enter into the Chefromancer's abode.
Good job, Krixus.
As you do,
Yes,
you hear a voice
thanks.
call out from inside. Oh, hey, is that? Hey, it's you. Great.
Hi,
excellent."
Clint.
And you see a figure. You've seen him many times before. He is fairly slender. However, in his long black robe, he appears much more menacing. Hood back, though, you see a mild-mannered 30-something-year-old man. Chestnut brown hair and a little bit of a mustache growing in, but not a lot.
Hello, Clint.
How's it
Hey!
going?
Welcome. I was expecting you. I see the Illithid just let you in. Great. It was supposed to do that. It's supposed to recognize little Bartholomew badge. But yeah, welcome. Glad you could make it. Jeez, it's been a hell of a week. And as you look around, this kind of living room or greeting room that is the centerpiece that you have walked in on. There's the large table made of the top of an ancient giant sarcophagi. There are the seem like leather sofa, stitched leather sofa on the side of the room that kind of is moving around a little bit on its legs, but not really too menacing. The little chairs are all scattered around and walk up to get you right so that you can sit on them. But the whole place is in disarray. All of his neat little baubles and holy symbols, little model skeletons are all a mess.
What happened? Did the Giants do this again?
Oh no, they haven't come back.
Well, good.
Yeah,
We taught them a lesson.
yeah. I'm thinking I might head over there actually in the next couple of days if I get some time. No, so a few of you were here a couple of weeks ago. I was going on a date. Well, that didn't go so well.
Oh,
Well, it started going out all right, but after a week or two, you kind of learn some people are just a little crazy. So I've been in a bit of a mess, and I've been spending a lot of time cleaning things up. They kind of trashed the place on the way out. But what I really need, the couch purrs and kind of nuzzles up against you. By the way, Krixus says you pet it. But yeah, no, I need you to head down to their place. Actually, I can't really fight them, at least not in their own kind of lair. But so I can't go back there. I had been there a few times, and I left my Necronomicon there.
Oh, the Necronomicon. Yes.
Yeah, the Necronomicon.
Showing me things out of there. Oh, by the way, I got this.
how are you gonna cater without? Oh yeah,
Well,
Krixus,
that's
show.
why I need someone to get it.
And then I hand him the slod salad. I made this last week. I hope it's to your approval.
Oh, He kind of like looks at it and holds up a wriggling piece of slod.
I even seasoned it with some of the tadpoles.
Yeah, no, here's the thing. Is this slod?
Yes, it's slod.
Oh no, you don't cook with slod, Chris. Ooh. You haven't eaten any of this, right?
Krixus!
Chris, I
Krixus!
don't mean to insult you, man. It's just I wouldn't. Oh boy.
It's PC froze, it seems. Whatever the PC is.
Yeah, weird.
What would happen if he were to eat this?
Well, and maybe nothing, or maybe a slod will tear out of his body and kill him. You know, kind of a toss-up. Hopefully he returns shortly. That was strange. He just kind of had a seizure. I think that's from the slod. I'll deal with that real quick. But anyway,
I don't think he actually ate any of it, but maybe just thinking about eating it.
He's lying pretty still on the ground right now.
I don't want to.
Kurogan's gonna like nudge him with his foot.
Yeah, Chefromancer like reaches over to the table and the table leg pops off and he pokes it with the table leg. Ooh, jeez.
Lance will do a medicine check on him.
Well, tell me more about where's their place? Why can't you go face them down or whatever?
Oh, well, they're just really powerful. Like in my own domain here, I could throw them out no problem, but down in the hells, not really my. I mean, I visit.
Did you just say hells? Like demons?
Oh, yeah.
Or devils?
Devils, not demons. No, I don't deal with the abyss.
Leva, you can give me a tour.
Oh man, just when I thought I was going to get my vengeance.
Lance, you reach down, it's kind of like, oh, I know what I need to do. You take a fist and just smack him in the chest, and Krixus, you awaken. It appears that you've kind of fallen unconscious somehow, but Lance has just woken you up.
Yeah, my PC kind of just like died on me.
Weird, huh?
It's the slod.
We'll save that for maybe the demon then. Or the devil.
I'll enjoy that.
I mean,
What kind of devil are they? Levi's been teaching me about devils, and I can speak Infernal.
Well, I mean, he's an Erinyes. He resides down in the layer of Dis. I have a bit of a shortcut there, so I can get you pretty much right into the city. He owns a restaurant there, actually, a big favorite of Despater, called the Hell's Kitchen. What a great name. But yeah, he's a bit of a I just wouldn't get on his nerves is all. You know, I wouldn't bother him too much. I just try and get the Necronomicon and get out of there.
Kurogan is gonna go up to Clint and kind of whisper in his ear, hey, if you encounter any demons or need to go somewhere to slay demons, please let me know.
Oh yeah, no problem. I mean, I look, I don't. Demons are too crazy for my tastes. I might raise things from the dead. I might put people back together once they've been eaten. But yeah, no, I'm not really. Oh, Krixus freaked out again.
No, my mic dropped. My mic unplugged.
But yeah, no, I don't deal with demons. I'll let you know if I see any.
I was kind of hoping we'd go visit Stygia. I've always wanted to go.
That's a little too low. I don't have a way there. But I can get.
I think you need a pass. I think you need a pass for that.
And as he says that, he kind of snaps his fingers, and a fireplace in the corner bursts to life. Bright green and orange fire just rises up. There is no wood, there is no anything. And where you had seen at the end of the fireplace stone brick, you can see through into what looks like a tap. And you hear some lights were, speaking.
So where'd you leave it?
Oh, I left it at his restaurant. I have no idea where it is now. I mean, honestly, he's probably got it.
Why did you leave it there?
Well, like I was saying, we were kind of together, and we were cooking up something big, something special. But sometimes that just doesn't work out. Sometimes make mistakes. I guess that was me this time. But yeah. Just, if you just go and ask for Mr. Hellfire, that might help.
Okay.
Alright, we will do that. And be right back with your Necronomicon.
Yeah, I mean, the number of noms that you put in between are pretty... You can put any number you want, really. It's fluid. Just not one. If you put one, it's wrong.
Of course.
Yeah.
Clinton,
Alright, let's go into the...
Well, what was that, Lance?
this seems like an awful lot of trouble going through. I understand the value of this book, but
it's
to send us after your ex, I must say, is this all you wish? Is there anything else? I mean, this is quite the undertaking for us to go see your ex. Is there anything you wish for us to say or do in addition to this? This would be the time.
I don't think we should aggravate the ex.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't think that's a good idea. I mean,
Well, no, I mean more peaceful words of parting, perhaps.
Oh,
No, they
something
can burn
more.
in hell.
Well-
I get it, because they're in hell. Haha, I get it.
Lance, are you gonna...
Actually, that works out pretty well, huh?
Yeah. Lance, are you gonna be okay? You're kind of
She gestures towards all of you ambiguously.
you know? And we're going to the hells, and...
Well, the way I see it, things will either go very well or incredibly poorly, and my travels with Bartholomew are already that, so we shouldn't be in any more danger than usual.
Alright, well,
I have a spare robe if you want. You can borrow it.
yeah. Maybe wear a
Actually, got a
spare
whole
robe, and don't talk about Selune at all. She's an inferior goddess anyway.
I'll let that slide for now, but yes, please, I would greatly appreciate a
And
slightly
Krixus,
less.
nothing about the great big cloud. We don't want gods. We don't want to talk about gods in the nine hells, okay?
I'll talk about the great big flame then. Yeah, the great big bonfire.
So,
Is there
Clint leaves, and a few of the different things around the room, like the candlesticks, start walking around, and all sorts of different things start to animate now that he's not looking at them.
Lumiere, is that you?
The candlestick stops moving.
I know it, Lumiere! You can't hide from me!
What are you talking about, you big dummy? Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, a few moments later, he comes back, and he has another one of those. It's jet black, this robe. It has kind of gold trim around the sleeves, up the arms and stuff. And it has this, like, slightly less black, like, dark gray embroidered skull right on the front.
It's really
and on the
nice.
shoulders. Yeah, it's pretty brutal looking. You have no idea. Maybe this is like Baal. You're not certain the god this would be.
At least I'm dressed appropriately with my lovely rust monster uniform.
Yeah.
He hands it over to you, Lance. Here you go, bud. Thanks for doing this for me, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Master
Mom
Slaughtermurder.
wants to ask when you can cater our next event.
Oh, I'm pretty open. Just I guess send me a severed hand with a note tied to it or something, or
All right.
I guess a raven if you want. It's all good.
Well, I mean, we'll probably have a spider web it to your door.
Oh, right. How am I forgetting? I'm sorry. It's been a long time since I've been back to the Underdark.
hmm We have a big event coming up, so we're really excited.
Oh, well, you'll have to tell me about it after you guys get back. I've got a little bit I need to do right now.
Right, right. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, the assassin vines are getting grumpy. he goes to leave, and I guess you all make your way through the fiery portal.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
after changing? Yes.
cool. Yeah, Lens, it just slips on over all your other stuff if you want. It's pretty big. The robe he handed you. But yeah, you all kind of step through this precipice into a crowded-looking tap room. The fire is still roaring on this side. Each of you take 1 point of fire damage, actually, as you step through.
I have resistance to fire.
Then you take none.
And I'm kind of sitting on his shoulders above the flames, so.
You have to the flames themselves are the portal.
Okay. I will
One
take fire
point.
damage.
And yes, in a moment you find yourselves in this tap room. You look around, and there are a very strange assortment of beings. You see a few small imps walking around, or not walking around, but seated throughout, or not seated really, even just kind of fluttering. They seem to be like delivering messages and things. You see a few lesser devils, like a barbed devil, is sitting around. And yeah, at the counter, you see a tiefling, seems to be the bartender. Not a lot is really going on. It's a pretty quiet day in this tap room. What do you all do as you kind of walk into this mostly dead atmosphere?
Selcress is gonna point to the tiefling.
Okay.
I'm gonna smell the air. Does it smell of brimstone or anything like that?
Yeah, there's definitely some stank of brimstone here.
Lance is going through
Smells
double.
like my Saturday nights.
Yeah, as you kind of stand there, you see the door kind of open, and there's like a little like ding, like of a bell, and you see this horrible like half person that looks like they're almost melted. They're almost like a half slime person, just kind of like pulling themselves through the door. They're carrying like a scroll in one hand. They look like they're in horrible pain. They make their way past you over toward the barkeep. Selcress, you recognize this is a lemure, probably the smallest devil you can find here in the Hells. It delivers its scroll to the barkeep and holds out a hand and just going seems incapable of making words. The barkeep throws a small coin at it and shoos it away. Not a copper piece, but just a small coin of some kind. You're not really familiar. But and yet it begins to sludge its way back toward the door.
Peons.
So, what do you all do?
Bartender, go. We can ask them where Mr. Hellfire is.
Yeah, I suppose. Kurogan will walk over to Mr. Bartender.
All right. Yeah, you walk right over. About 10 feet away is like a barbed devil and a barbed devil is a humanoid-looking figure. It has red skin and these large, just kind of seemingly no pattern to them, spikes just kind of coming out of it that kind of curve up in every which direction. The spikes are between 4 and 8 inches long, depending on where on the body come out.
I'm gonna think to myself, and I thought I was spiky.
He's just kind of sipping an ale, looking down. He's got this stare where he's staring into oblivion, just like something is not going good for this barbed devil down the way. And as you kind of like get distracted for a moment on him, the barkeep comes over. Yes, so what can I do for you? What brings you to my...
Hello, we are here for, what was it, Mr. Hellfire?
Yes, Mr. Hellfire.
Yes, Mr. Hellfire.
You come through the portal into my tavern, and you look for Mr. Hellfire.
Well, we thought maybe you would know where they might be.
Well, not here.
Well, do you know where that is then?
The Wailing Soul is but a simple tavern. You'd have to go, well, actually, really, just outside and maybe a block down. And you can find the kitchen.
Oh,
Hell's Kitchen?
Yes. Hell's Kitchen. You are new here, aren't most guys? You seem familiar, I think.
Well,
Selcress looks over to her shoulder and Levi reappears.
I know I smelled something. A little. Can I get you a drink, or is your business quick? He's looking toward all of you.
I think it's kind of urgent.
Perhaps a small glass of blood wine.
Yeah, what? Do you have any juices?
No,
Oh.
we sell ale. Pretty much.
How about some of the hot stuff?
All right. And he kind of goes under the counter and takes out a big mug. Walks over to where they have like the 2 taps kind of sticking out of the wall, and they're sticking out of the wall. actually. They're not like affixed to any sort of flask you can see. They clearly attach some pipe. And he goes and turns one, and there's this like hiss of steam, and you see bits of steam kind of come out before a thick stream of what looks like boiling hot ale pours into this mug. He comes over, he closes it off, comes over, puts it down.
How much will it be?
You do your transaction. He only asks for he asks for a very small amount, actually. He only asks for like a couple.
Alright, well, I will drink some of it, brace myself for the hotness.
Oh, it's scalding, but it actually tastes like good dwarven ale.
Oh, that's good stuff.
You feel like it'd be a lot better cold, but or maybe Kurogan likes it hot. I don't know.
Oh, Kurogan loves it hot.
Some like it hot.
Some like it hot. All right.
I'm gonna down the rest of it and then go with that, I guess.
Okay.
Onward, Kurogan.
Yeah, Selcress, you get back up on Kurogan's shoulders. You guys make your way out. And as you exit into the streets of Dis, you can tell immediately you are in a frightening and strange place. All around you, as high up as you can see, are these massive iron buildings that just tower above everything. The streets are incredibly busy. You see devils, ogres, all sorts of creatures. You even see some humans and even a few dwarves and Duragar walking these streets. Looking up, there's no sun or anything. It's just kind of a light that is just everywhere. It's just kind of a dim light, a normal light. And yeah, you maybe are a little taken aback at first by the crowd, but you make your way down the road. And before too long, you see up ahead of you in a massive sign on at the bottom of the one freestanding building. It reads Hell's Kitchen in very big stylized kind of cursive letters. There's a picture of what looks like a very, very objectively attractive man wearing a large chef's hat, one of the what is it called, toque blanche, but there's two large iron spikes coming out of the top. The hat itself is painted white, but it looks like it might be iron that he's wearing on his head. And yeah, it's just kind of his face in kind of a goofy, cartoony sort of way. Plastered. Below, there's a big set of doors that lead in. You just kind of stroll in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go, Pants.
As you get up to the doors, you immediately begin to hear the light music playing from within. And you are greeted by another one of those barbed devils. He's dressed up in like a very, very fine black suit with kind of a white tie and everything. He looks very, very nice. He's standing in the front. He's got a clipboard. He seems to be taking notes. His barbs protrude from his suit in every which direction, by the way. It's a horrible mess. And he looks at you as you enter. Yes? Your names?
We'd like to speak.
He looks down at his clipboard and then looks back up expectantly.
I'm Selcress of House Ishal, the Ice Princess.
I am Kurogan.
Right, I've heard of you all. I assume you must be the light of the dawn. You must be that. What are you? Clint? Clint, what are you doing? He's looking directly at you, Lance. With the hood up, no one can really see your face. Under the robes. You shouldn't be here.
That's not.
Yeah, that's not Clint.
No, that's not Clint. That's just another necromancer.
Just good friends of our mutual friend Clint.
I see. Look, we don't want any trouble with Bartholomew's company.
No, we're just here.
No trouble.
Yeah, we're just here to talk with Mr. Hellfire.
Yes. And it is nothing bad. We do not wish to insult him in any way. We are simply here because our good friend Clint forgot something.
Is this some sort of peace offering?
Sort of, yes.
Well, I suppose. And he kind of looks down his paper and looks over at a podium nearby, clearly looking at like a layout of the restaurant. I suppose we could fit you in one of the corner booths. Maybe a little bit before Chef Ramsay's able to visit.
Too kind, sir.
he goes to lead you into the restaurant.
You know what they say about Ramses. He is the best.
Indeed, the best. And yeah, he leads you into the he leads you to a kind of corner stall here in this very fancy restaurant. You see all manner of different devils, but also a very large number of like humans and other sorts of creatures that you wouldn't really expect, including some strange fox person that's just at a nearby table poring over a whole bunch of scrolls, seemingly a little frustrated by what they're seeing. But yeah, you're seated, and the person looks at you and says, "Well, if you'll wait here, I'll let Chef Ramsay know that he has. Someone will be by to take your order shortly." And he leaves some menus down for you and takes off.
Selcress is gonna look at them. Yeah.
I want to see if I can find spicy angel wing.
The only person that can read the menus is Selcress. It's all in Infernal.
God dang it.
She'll read out the options to everyone.
Yeah, there's
I see angel wings on that.
So it's three things. It's one of those restaurants that only has 3 specials and 3 options at any given time. There's a bowl of fresh angel eyes, and then it kind of notes down at the bottom that the eyes are actually some more eyes. They're close enough. If you get the idea, this place is highbrow, but not highbrow enough to serve true angel eyes. Along the same vein, they're selling coatl steak, and I don't know. Do you read this one to Lance? Because they're also selling rib of elf as their third option. Braised rib of elf.
Might pass on telling him that one.
Okay.
Just gonna spare him, but I'll whisper it to Krixus and Kurogan if they're interested.
Okay.
Not really.
What kind of elf? Like, not me. Not my superior elves, right?
It doesn't say.
Tell him it's
they
a dwarf.
would never.
Tell him it's a dwarf.
All right. Oh yes, they serve rib of dwarf here.
Dwarves, I mean, the Azamar were bad enough, but they just serve the flesh of the intelligent races?
They're
fine.
devils. They're devils.
Perhaps I can get some
Still,
exotic ingredients from here, from another masterpiece.
Well, I think
I
the
can share
steak
with him my
sounds good.
slod salad.
So you guys, you order some food.
Don't eat the slod salad.
I will share it with him.
No.
They bring you
Greatest
actually
creation of him.
they bring you some free like thing, or at least maybe you assume it's free, but they bring it to you anyway even before you ask. The person who comes over to take your orders only speaks Infernal, so Selcress has to do all the talking. But they bring you this bowl of strange like popped something. It's a meat. There's still some skin on it, but you can't really tell what it is.
Do they say what it is to
small.
me?
I know what it is. I want to do it.
So,
I check to see if I can decide if I can
Sure.
figure out what it is.
Sure. Okay, Krixus, you think that it is repurposed Osterducken. You're like, they must have stolen this idea from the Chefromancer.
Can I poke it to see if I know what it is?
I'm just gonna say none of you can recognize what it is, but Selcress, they tell you in Infernal that it is. It's actually just holy moly! It's like, so this is something that hasn't come up yet, but there are pig folk in the land of DnDTime, and it's just kind of cooked them. That's all popped and nice and crispy. It tastes, it tastes just like bacon.
It's cooked pig.
Something akin to bacon, then? Pork?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, if you get like you get a scent of it, it doesn't look anything like it.
It's
But,
delicious, whatever it is.
Krixus is digging in, and as you kind of wait for your
Selcress is
food-
gonna have some.
So
And
is
you're-
Kurogan.
Actually, it's delicious, objectively delicious as bacon is. As you all do your things,
Cooked
and
more?
maybe you get some drinks as well. But as you sit there, you can see the figure that you saw on the sign, his face. You see him come out of a back room and go over to start talking with one of the other visitors, a very important-looking human, actually. And yeah, he's all dressed up in this gunmetal gray armor, plate armor. He has these large crimson feathered wings kind of coming out of the back, which are in their own right partially armored up until the armor would hinder movement. The armor that it wears is almost form-fitting to this perfect, like, statuesque angelic form. Skin is pale to the point of being almost white, and he holds, as he kind of walks over and he's talking with this other person, a exquisitely crafted, garnet-encrusted pitchfork. Atop his head, you see the toque blanche, the iron kind of tall chef's hat with the large spikes poking out the side. But yeah, and you see tied to his belt a small book with a large, with an open mouth kind of engraved onto it. Something that Krixus you would recognize as the Necronomicon.
It's the Necronomicon, I say to myself in my head.
He has it
It
on
is.
him. What are we gonna do? We said we come with a peace offering. What's the peace offering?
Salad. Do I also have some other things that I might be able to trade for it?
No, the salad's terrible.
And here, you never know.
No,
You're
it's,
talking-
it's really bad.
But he's making the rounds over to different guests, kind of asking how their food is. You can see he's going to be over to you soon.
Help. Kurogan, think of something.
We can do an errand for him.
This might be a
Oh,
terrible
you want
idea.
to owe a demon a favor? A devil, sorry.
He's a devil. He's
A
a
trade.
devil.
A trade?
Kurogan knows the demons very well.
I do have all of this honey. Kurogan, out of his backpack, just breaks out a bunch of jars of honey. It is organic. I grew it myself. Well, not grew per se, but you know.
Maybe a piece of this grapevine, or
Oh, I have some divinely blessed grapes from one of our previous adventures.
yeah, that's gonna go over really.
Coat them in. Will they eat?
That beggar was
eyes
an
of
awful person. By the way,
They the
It
It
beard
was
grapes?
an obvious test.
it was terrible. He
Oh,
was
you-
just.
As you all
You
get
were
into
selfish to a
argument,
bigger.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Yeah, you can see him like stop at a nearby table, and he starts. He was talking to one of someone else who's also wearing like a smaller chef's hat, and they begin to talk. And he kind of like sticks his little pitchfork on his big pitchfork onto the plate and picks something out and tastes it. He starts yelling, "This is terrible!" And he starts getting like very animated at this other person. He's only like 2 tables away. This little
Krixus,
fox person is
Krixus,
very
your
annoyed.
salt salad.
Yes,
Maybe
and perhaps some skin roll-ups. I don't know. I have many things. I don't know. You might like it.
You're a chef. Do something.
I start just pulling all the stuff out of my bag. Sandwiches, flawed salad, some skin
Your food
roll-ups,
arrives.
and fingeronis. Yes, I have it all on the table in front of me.
Oh god! So your food arrives as you're pulling all this food out of your bag, and the
Panic friend.
lemure who came to deliver your food and was just like, he's got the 2 trays he's balancing and he's looking like,
Set it
how do
down
I
there,
put these-
peon.
There's
There's
nowhere
space.
on the table left.
No, big space. Krixus.
Kurogan, clear off some space for what to put.
He's very confused.
Put it there.
Where's my blood wine, damn it?
As
Right
you're
there.
all pushing stuff away to make room, you see a shadow loom over the lemure.
And is going to pull out his small brass man to tap dance, and then area of the table cleared out in front of him.
The little brass man, you wind the thing on his back twice, put him down, he begins to tap dance, makes this nice click, 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 click. It's very good. And yeah, he just begins to dance. And the figure doesn't say anything. As you look over, it is Chef Ramsey Hellfire looking down, and he's kind of scratching at his chin, watching the little brass man dance. He's definitely noticed you, but he just doesn't seem to be acknowledging you at the moment. More interested in watching this little brass man dance. What do you want?
I pull the feet out as well.
Okay, I've got to find more food out.
Krixus, please, come on.
At that, Lance's distraction kind of loses out as he looks over at the just now pile of of pieces of creatures that Krixus has turned into food.
Selcress just holds her face in her hand. You can't.
Oh my god, is massaging his temples. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Just a face palm. And
I'm a big fan, Chef Ramsey Hellfire. It's a pleasure to finally be able to eat here. Heard such good things.
He looks at you and he kind of goes to open his mouth and then he closes it and he stops. This is absolutely horrific. What is this?
It's pizza.
He goes and reaches over and picks up a slice of your pizza. What is this supposed to be?
It's pizza. It's made from ground bones of Asimir.
I wouldn't feed this to my humans. He kind of drops it on the table. This is disgusting. Why did you bring this into my restaurant?
I keep it on me always. It's for...
It looks like you keep it on you always. It's covered in lint.
I'm pretty sure he does. Please excuse our...
he's an idiot.
Unfortunate friend.
Yes, he's a bumpkin.
And his eyes kind of stop on Lance for a minute. Lance, do you have your hood up or down?
Oh, my hood is most definitely up.
Yeah, and he kind of his eyes kind of pause, looking over the table. Why are you here?
It's not who you think it is.
I'm just a dear friend of his. I'm sorry, I do look quite similar to him in this get-up, don't I?
Why? He kind of looks down at the Lemire. Put the food on the table. What are you doing? And Lemire's oh, very confused, and quickly puts the food on the table. The little brass man has to hop aside to avoid getting crushed, but then continues to dance. And Chef Ramsey looks at things, looks at all the different stuff on the table. Looks at the brass man. At least there's something redeeming. Goes to walk away.
Wait, Mr. Hellfire.
Roll me a charisma check.
Me?
Yep.
I'm not great at these.
Straight
but
charisma.
Hey, you know, that's not that
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, he stops. Yes, Dragon Man.
Sorry to bother you, but I came to talk about something.
Why should I listen to you?
Well, I brought this. He brings out his jars of very good-looking golden honey.
Okay, I'm gonna roll an intelligence check for him. Honey. You bring me honey.
Well, I figure it could go good with some of your dishes, perhaps, but this is not why I'm here. I just thought maybe this could be given to you as gift.
He walks over. He picks up one of the jars. He takes out one of the jars from your hand, unscrews it, dips his finger in it, and tastes it. Fine. You have 5 minutes of my time. Puts it back on the table after screwing it back on.
Well, it seems a friend of ours has left something here that he would very much like back.
His eyes glance over toward Lance again. You're not getting the book,
mm,
if that's why you're here.
It is, and I was hoping we could come to some sort of arrangement. Perhaps we could
oh,
do a favor or something.
God.
Selcress is just internally screaming.
He's not like, ah!
Indeed, I'm sure you recognize my robing. I believe we could come to an arrangement, a deal perhaps for this book.
He looks at you, kind of smiles as you kind of like, you look up for a moment, and though your face is obscured by magical darkness, he kind of smiles. You can see he's got very sharp, pointed teeth. I recognize something, and that's your succulent ears. He seems to see straight through the illusory darkness that would obscure you.
It's not often I'm complimented on my ears, but it is most appreciated. So could we begin discussing a deal perhaps here?
Do you want his ears? We can give you his ears if you'll give us the book.
Yes. We have many other more valuable things to offer.
No, if he wants the ears, he can have the ears.
Well, we have a variety of elf ears here now, don't we? We should at least provide him variety.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
The chef smiles and says, I'm right, I'm listening. You have a few more minutes if you include the ears.
Well, it seems that while our friend here isn't the best, most competent, he's a good cook, and I was hoping that perhaps he could come to use and maybe creating something new for you. Maybe something less disgusting than all of this.
It's
No.
delicious to me.
Or rather, eat, lizard man.
I mean, I think their tails grow back.
Well, if you want the book, I want both of them. And he says, pointing toward, or gesturing toward, Lance and Krixus.
I cannot allow you to take my friends, unfortunately. As
Well,
much
do
as
you just
sometimes I
want
wish I
parts
could-
of them? Because you can have parts of them.
Well, all of the parts. You can have a taste, it's fine.
Hmm.
I'm afraid
I'm
that
okay
is
with
not
this.
ideal.
Kurogan, I'm okay with
I am
this.
sorry, Selcress, but these are our friends we are talking about. I
They'll
cannot
come back!
Not like that. I am afraid having them eaten is not the same as having them just dead.
Lance and
Even
Krixus,
so,
how do you two
death.
react to this?
I begin putting my hand on my scimitars.
Is that how it
subtly?
me then?
No,
No.
I just
Bad Krixus.
have it on top of the table, and I'm like eating with one hand.
Yeah, you're still
I have
eating
to.
the food. He begins to reach
Yes.
across the table toward you, Lance, and he goes to reach for your hood. Do you do anything?
If it looks like he's going for the hood, no, but I'll kind of scoot back if he starts reaching anywhere else.
Yeah, he pulls the hood back, revealing your kind of face. You're in a corner, and he's fairly large. He blocks most of sight. He begins to reach toward your left ear.
No, that's a bit hasty, don't you think? I mean, you already have this fine establishment. Is this book of our mutual friend really such a boon to you, or is it
All right,
more just
He's
having
gonna roll a grapple check to try and grab your ear.
Kurogan
I
is
will
going to
contest that.
grab his arm.
Levi, Selcress is gonna have Levi try and grab the book.
Okay, so I think at this point, he totally understands what's about to happen. So I think we jump into initiative here.
Oh,
As
no.
he reaches forward, right, he's reaching for your ear, Lance. As that happens, Kurogan's arm clamps out onto his, and
I'm gonna try to pommel him in the chin.
well, you got to draw your sword to do that. This is kind of all in the moment. So I think at this point, that happens. He doesn't get your ear. We roll for initiative now.
Kurogan with the worst initiative always.
Lance?
No,
the
Chris
second
with the best.
Alrighty.
So
As
bad.
usual.
Chef Ramsey,
Hey!
terribly. As this happens,
Excellent.
he looks down and he goes, "You're going to regret that, Dragon Man." And it is your turn, Selcress.
Can Levi reach the book and get it?
He can grab onto it. It's wrapped in like chains to his belt.
Can he wiggle it out
He can try, absolutely.
or unhook it?
Yeah, he can roll an intelligence check first or investigation to try and figure out how it works. First and
Alright.
foremost.
All right. Sure.
Alrighty, he's looking at it and he doesn't quite figure out how it works. What would you like to do, Selcress?
I'm gonna slide off under the table.
Okay, Selcress ducks under the table. Anything else? Or are you going to take the dodge? Oh, shit. And becomes invisible underneath. We jump to Krixus. Oh, actually. Yeah, Krixus, what would you like to do?
No.
Krixus?
Book at directly on Chef Ramsey Hellfire.
One more time? I didn't catch that.
Book like on his side, just like hanging on his.
Yeah, it's on his belt. Which is kind of like a part of his armor.
To cut his belt off.
It's
metal.
yeah, it's metal. Like it's metal and chain. I mean, this guy he's no pushover. The book kind of growls at you. What would you like to do?
I will. You know what? You probably regret this, but
Yes.
wait.
All right, you let loose your moonbeam. A bright beam of light strikes down. Ramsey yells out, "Ah! What are you doing?" And he's going to take 6 points of radiant damage. As we move on to Lance, the whole battle seems to have started. What would you like to do?
Lance will kind of lean forward and say, "Come now, we don't really have to come to blows, just calm down, and I'm going to cast Hold Person on him."
Oh shit! You go to cast Hold Persons. Your magic takes grasp on him. Despite his humanoid look and form, he is not a human. He is a devil. And your spell completely fails to take hold.
Always forget that, don't I?
Yeah, it's a shame.
I will bonus action Sanctuary.
Yeah. Sanctuary yourself, ready for battle. The light glowing from beneath your robes, and at this point, the entire place starts to. Everyone seems to notice what's happening. The Arcana Loft nearby, the Foxman grabs the scrolls and begins to rush off, opening a portal himself and leaving.
Can I free action very dramatically pull off the robes to reveal my armor and holy symbols?
The Lemure is still standing there. It's his turn. He's still holding the plates. And he drops the plate to food. He drops it everywhere. And he starts to run off. Just like an idiot. You can take opportunity attack if you want. Kurogan, he's right next to you. But he's just running away confused.
Nah.
Okay. He gets about 15 feet away before Ramsey yells at him, "What are you doing? Get back here and kill them." And you're like, "Arr!" and turns back around and begins to come back towards you. Kurogan, it's your move.
Well, Kurogan is going to take out this dragon greatsword and kick this ass.
Alrighty. You take out your greatsword whooshing, and go to slash. Let's see. Yeah, you swing it with your first attack and you make contact. Go ahead and give me your damage. However, on your second swing, he interposes his trident, right, his giant pitchfork, and blocks it.
Well, he's still gonna take 16 damage.
He absolutely is going to take 16 damage. Alrighty. 16 points. First blow or second blood, because I forgot to write that damage down from Moonbeam. Yeah, he is struck and begins to bleed. He looks down angrily, and it's his turn. So he is going to look toward you, Kurogan. It's like, what, do you think that's an attack? And he's going to vicious mockery you. I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god.
It's embarrassing. It's downright just pitiful. You take 8 points of psychic damage. You have disadvantage on your next attack. He's also going to look at Krixus, and he is going to throw something at him from out his sleeve. He reaches in and throws a whole bunch of spices at you. You regain 4 hit points, and you smell delicious. Can you roll me a strength saving throw?
What?
Oh god, strength?
Yep. The magical force of his spice summoning launches you backwards, and because you're right in the corner, you just slam into the corner wall. You're going to take 2d6 points of bludgeoning damage. So really you only got to take 4 points of damage because he healed you a little, as you are now seasoned. And then he's going to take his pitchfork as his third attack and stab at Lance, saying, yeah, what's up?
Wisdom save.
Oh, he's going to roll wisdom.
To do the con save for Moonbeam. There you go.
I rolled that on your turn, but yeah. He succeeds on his wisdom save. He has advantage because it spells magical effects. And he's going to stab at you with his pitchfork.
I'm going to impose disadvantage on that.
That misses.
Oh, well, he's going to miss, so it doesn't matter.
Never mind.
That is the end of his round. And we are back to the top of initiative. Selcress, or actually the room. Everything goes into chaos here. People are running and screaming, and he says, "You've ruined my restaurant. I'll have your head."
Help ruin it some more.
It is your turn, Selcress. You're under the table. You think you're hidden. What would you like to do?
Can she see the book?
Yeah. It's like maybe like a foot above where you're standing, like at the edge of the table.
All right. Selcress is going to try to undo it now. She's gonna go out and undo it.
You're gonna look at it. Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna actually try and get it and work it out.
Cool. So Levi, I assume, is helping. So you're gonna have advantage on your check. What are you trying to do? Figure out how the chains are all interlocked, or just trying to pull it and wiggle it out?
I'm trying to slip it through them.
Okay. Can you roll me? What do we want to call this? I guess a dexterity check. You can have advantage because of Levi. And I guess we'll call it sleight of hand if you have proficiency.
I don't have proficiency, but I can do that.
Yep. You're gonna roll with advantage because Levi. I don't remember if I said that.
Yeah,
Cool. Right. So you're wiggling, and like you get like a couple of the chains off of it. It's still sort of in there. You don't have it out this turn, but you think one more turn like that, you'll have it.
Can Levi do it?
Unfortunately, no. Levi spent his turn helping you. That's why you have it.
All right.
But yeah, he does see you as he looks down and notices, or at least he sees the chain wriggling. You don't know if he can see through your invisibility or not. And we move to the next.
Oh wait.
Nope.
I want to use this actually. If I can, anyway. I'll just wait if I can't.
Yeah, you absolutely can. Yeah, here's the thing. It's like your 15 is a success. Like you succeeded. It's just it takes more than one turn to get this out. Like you're not going to get it in one turn.
All right. Okay, that's fine. I just thought maybe a bigger success would do more, but never mind.
I mean, if you got like a 25, I'd give it to you, but the odds are real low. If you want, you can go for the gamble, but I'm...
Nah, I'll gamble when it's more of a smart gamble. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. All right, Krixus, your moonbeam is striking down. Are you gonna keep it on?
Inside the moonbeam?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, well, I'll leave it right there, and
Cool. I'm gonna roll his save. He got a natural 20, so go ahead and give me the damage for it. We're just gonna do it on your turn, because I think it's easier. Even though it's wrong, whatever. And then what would you like to do with your action?
Boy. So there's holy shit!
What?
Salune.
What level did you cast that at?
Level 3. Why did it do that?
Yeah, that's not right.
I don't know why it did that. It didn't do that last time.
All right. I think it should be. I think it should be 3 d10s, right?
Do this.
Yeah.
First 3 then.
The first 3 is gonna be 12. He's gonna take half of that. 6 again. All right, and your action?
You're
Krixus?
hello,
Buddy?
Didn't have to move the moonbeam. I didn't have to use my action.
Yep, you still have a
So-
turn.
I will attempt. Second.
Oh, you just whip out your acid arrow as you kind of get up from being blasted against the wall. The actual woodwork behind you, there is some decorated woodwork, is broken and damaged by where your body impacted it.
Yes.
You reach forward and
You
blast
get
an
this for that.
acid arrow. You hit him right in the face. Go ahead and give me your damage. All right, damn. Nice hit. And he takes full damage from it. He is not resistant at all. You blast him in the face for 17 points. Nice hit. As the acid arrow hits him in the face. Ah! What are you doing? This is disgusting. I'm covered in acid. And
I smell delicious.
yes, you do. You're welcome. And
You're welcome.
Lance, it's your turn.
Okay. Have I noticed Selcress?
Yeah. Oh no, actually, Selcress is invisible.
Okay.
She moved and took an action, so she's not.
Oh, okay. So she's not invisible anymore.
Yes, I am a seasoned fighter.
Okay, perfect. So I will cast Bless on Kurogan. Oh man,
Ooh.
let me see. I messed something. Okay, my slot stuff on Kurogan, Krixus, and my mind is blanking. Even though I just said
Selcress.
Selcress. Sorry,
Selcress.
it's late. And then I will bonus action cast Sanctuary on Selcress.
Oh shit! Taking the sanctuary off yourself. Good call.
It's
Lance.
not concentration, so I can ward
Oh,
multiple
really?
creatures as long as they don't attack or force a creature to make a save.
Damn. Well played. Selcress, you are become blessed by this holy energy, which probably didn't feel the best, but you know what? It'll help. You know that. The lemures continue scattering throughout the room, and they run over to your table. 4 of them run over. Selcress, 2 of them attempt to hit you with their like just kind of open palm smacks. That's a 12, and one of them attacks Levi. He got a 22. Levi takes 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then 2 of them come after Kurogan. Blah! Does a 20 hit Kurogan?
Yeah, it's 20 hits.
You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. And blah! He smacks your like knee, and it kind of hurts a little.
Oh, hey, I didn't kill you. I could have killed you, you know.
No, he shrugs. It's your turn.
All right. You know what? I don't like any of you. I'm going to breathe fire on all of you.
Oh no!
Oh, man.
The Lemures are immune to fire, and the Aranyas is immune to fire. It harmlessly watches over everything.
That's just a warning shot. Action surge.
No, yeah, the Lemures begin to try and pap themselves out, even though they're just dumb. What would you like to do?
I'm actually gonna bring out Reaver.
You've still done work against them. Oh jeez.
Oh my god.
Oh,
The
who you
first
going
one
for?
should have had disadvantage,
Goddamn.
not the second one. First one still hits anyway. There's a 22 hit for the second.
Absolutely. Oh, who are you attacking?
Ramsey. I don't need to bother myself with the little peon.
Oh yeah, you take your huge axe, and yeah, go ahead. I mean, you hit with both. I thought you were going to use that Reaver ability to just kill all the Lemures and then still attack
could've.
Ramsey.
I could have, but not yet.
It's not even worth it.
It's not.
Yeah. So the 22, yeah, you'll still hit even with the 22. He attempts to interpose his, actually, he doesn't attempt to interpose it this time. What happens is you hit it, and you hit
Add that D4.
Well,
So, it's gonna be,
yes.
all right.
There's an extra 1 on top of that 22. And I guess,
Yep.
actually that's on the 25, so the 22
you're all
also
good.
has an extra 1. There you go.
And as you hit him, he yells out, my grandmother hits harder than you, as he uses his ability that I can't roll, which is called Just Desserts. And you're going to take 18 points of psychic damage, or actually make an int save, not a dex save. Mistype. As he yells out to you, you succeed, so you're going to take half as much. You're going to take 9 points of psychic damage.
I bet your mother hits harder than you!
Looks down at you, annoyed. And he's going to make 3 attacks. He's going to go for you, Kurogan, because you pissed him off.
Nice.
Actually, he noticed Selcress.
He knows. Yeah, it's hard not to.
Yeah. So he's going to go for Selcress. He's going to roll Wisdom save.
I guess so.
Roll. He fails, I think, right?
He does indeed.
Oh, it's a save? He actually has a plus. Is it a save or a check?
It is a save.
Okay, so he should have +4 on top of that. He is proficient in Wisdom save.
Oh, good God. That saves.
And he's going to make a second attack against Selcress, which he's going to also save.
I'm going to disadvantage that.
Okay. So he's going to roll disadvantage for the first or second attack?
Second one.
Cool. So the first attack goes down on Selcress. It's a 23. You get stabbed by his pitchfork. The second attack he rolls with disadvantage because of Kurogan and only gets 16. Is that going to connect?
16. Yeah, that'll connect too.
All right, so he just stabs you twice with the pitchfork. Like, don't grab that. That's mine. And then he's gonna look at you, Krixus, and say, "And you get out of here. You know what? You know where you deserve to be? The oven. Your dinner tonight." And he just kind of waves his hand, and I need you to roll me a strength saving throw. As you get pulled into the fire, magically pulled toward his oven. So yeah, you see just Krixus get yanked across the, fly across the entire restaurant into a large, like, pizza oven. Krixus, you're gonna take 35 points of fire damage. Actually, that'll be on the start of your turn. But right now, you're locked inside of Ramsey's oven, as he is cooking you. And you are seasoned, so you're gonna take extra damage. That's the end of his turn. We're back to... Selcress. Selcress, you've been stabbed twice. How are you feeling?
She's down.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
But Levi can still try and get the book.
Yeah, and if actually you have potions, Levi could give you a potion. And then you can just take your turn.
I do have 1 potion, actually.
There you go.
Alright. It's a potion of healing, just a normal one, so it's a 40... Or what is it?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
All
I can
right.
roll that for you, or you can if you prefer.
Yes. Well, I'm up.
Levi spills a little bit of it as he's pouring it in, but you wake up, and what would you like to do for your turn?
I'm gonna use my bonus action.
Okay.
Or actually, bonus action? This is an action. I'm going to try and get the book.
Yeah, okay, cool. You reach forward and go to grab at the book. Levi, I'm unable to assist you this time around, but you have Lance's blessing.
Right.
So go ahead and roll me that sleight of hand check. Roll your d4 from Lance.
Okay.
Oh, and the light of the moonbeam glints for just a moment before the moonbeam probably goes out as Krixus gets immolated in a moment. But the light from the moonbeam glints down, and the moonlight kind of gets in your eye, and you're like, accidentally hit the book the right way, and it comes out into your hand. You have it.
All right.
It kind of snaps at you a little bit, but you're able to hold it shut relative ease.
All right. That was my action, right?
You still have bonus action and movement, so.
Yep.
Well, I can't really move away.
That would be rough.
That would be painful.
You'd have a ton of cover under the table if you want to try and retreat just to the back under the table.
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
+5 to your armor class under there.
Okay, I'll try that.
Okay, so you just retreat way to the back. He will take an attack of opportunity against you, but you have +5 to your armor class for it.
Alright.
And he's gonna make an attack with a pitchfork.
Doesn't he...
Damn. Oh, wait, no, he already used his reaction. I'm sorry. He can't do that. He uses reaction to burn Kurogan.
Yeah.
Sorry. Or to
Well, the psychic me.
Krixus.
the psychic Kurogan. Yeah.
Right.
His totally not hellish rebuke.
Yeah, it's totally not Hellish Rebuke.
So
Alright,
that
so
doesn't
Selcress
actually
is
happen.
under the table.
Selcress is hidden in the back under the table. She could actually just run away knowing he can't take opportunity attacks.
Alright, well, she's gonna start running then.
Start running through the lemures.
She's
One of the lemures does try to opportunity attack.
Alright.
Aw, he misses horribly.
Yeah.
Aw. You rush by toward the door. You get to the doorway with your movement. As you look back, he looks furious, staring at you. Krixus, it's your turn. Can you roll me? Actually, you just take this damage. So you take 35 points of fire damage. How are you feeling?
I'm barely alive.
Yeah, you're like looking ahead of you. There's this big iron door with like a horrible like barely see-through crystal like window. You see your friends in there.
Zach, I'm gonna do this first. So the moonbeam's still up, and holy shit, I can't believe that.
Yeah, that's incredible. Wow.
Damn.
I'm gonna roll his
Fuck
saving
me.
throw. He takes the full damage from the moonbeam. Give it.
Oh
to me.
man.
Oh yeah, this is great. 1 second, let me do this.
That's so great.
I'm in the same spot, like
The power of the moon, huh?
Yeah. The
Salute.
power of the cloud, I think you
The
mean.
cloud,
The
yeah.
cloud.
They
Oh,
have an
wow.
understanding.
wait,
What a roll!
and
Yeah,
I'm
that's right.
gonna try to do this inside the damn oven.
Okay, what? Oh, jeez.
Do that to the fucking door. I do that to the.
Oh shit.
I said, open the door to the oven.
What happens for all of you? First, you see the moonbeam like hit Ramsey particularly bad in like the face, and he screams out. He appears now to be bloodied as this. He doesn't bleed, but you can see his skin kind of tearing to just nothing beneath, like emptiness, kind of almost dissolving and breaking apart into dust. However, that only catches your attention for a minute. As on the other side of the room, you suddenly hear like a twisting and creaking of metal, and you see the door to one of the ovens just kind of like reaching out, and then pop off, and a torrent of water goes everywhere.
Jump out of the damn oven.
About a dozen lemures are running by, like, oh, they get swept away. And then they're having a bad time. You ride a big like pizza plate out of the oven, on like a surfboard. What would you like to do? You still have a bonus action somehow. Oh, you do take. No, you don't take the damage from that. I'll give it to you.
That was glorious. Let's see. You can't keep a good lizard down.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're also no longer seasoned because you watched yourself off.
As I go surfing out.
You just surf out the door past Selcress.
And then surf past, I go, can't keep a good lizard down. Damn it, I don't smell delicious anymore.
It felt like great anyway. It wasn't that good. It's your turn. You and
Your
Kurogan are
seasoning
still at
is
the table.
weak.
What would you like to do?
How nasty is Krixus looking?
Really fucked up. Like bad.
Krixus and Selcress look real bad.
Really fucking bad.
They out.
Okay, this is gonna be some mad skill shit.
By his time, it's pretty much the
I will.
Selcress's final royal decree is by his time.
It's by his time. We're good.
Can I ask who looks worse, Selcress or Krixus?
They're both on the
Probably.
brink of death. They get hit once, they're both down.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Hey,
Selcress has the book, so Lance is going to look over to her, and I'm assuming she's within 30 feet still.
Yep, barely. She's at 30 feet.
Oh,
Oh,
so
shit.
beautiful.
Oh shit, I know what you're doing! Oh damn!
Yes, you do. Lance is going to look over, peel back his gauntlet, pull out his moon greatsword, slash that boy for a
What?
Nice.
21 damage, healing Selcress for a solid... Wait, no, that's not 21 damage, that's 16 damage, healing Selcress for 37 HP.
Jeez.
Selcress, you feel the life essence as Lance gives his own life to to heal yours, or at least some of his own life.
30.
And
I heal 37.
You heal
Really?
for 37. Yeah, this is an outrageous.
Oh,
thing
wait,
to
too.
sell.
And then I will look over to Krixus, and at second level, oh man, why do I keep doing?
You're gonna
At second level, healing word. If I can find it in my, there it is.
There it is.
I know the feeling.
9 HP.
Not as impressive, but still great. Alrighty. After you, Lance, the Lemures go. There's one Lemure left who's not just washed away, and he looks at Kurogan and just and smacks your knee ineffectively.
I should just kick you, but you're not even worth my trouble.
Thanks. Your turn.
God.
I'm going to second wind. Just get some help.
Okay. Yeah, you see Ramsey is looking right at Selcress like he's gonna make a beeline.
No, not today! Dragon Greatsword! I imagine the first one hits, but not the second.
You still have bless.
Oh, that's true.
Roll your d4, actually, it's possible.
Oh, shit!
Yeah,
Oh,
What up?
wow!
my boy!
The blessings!
Jeez.
Oh, damn.
Take
The moon
large
smiles
damages.
even in hell.
This is so much fun. I like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, he's like, as you slash him twice and you hit him really bad. He is not looking great.
Oh, I'm
And-
sorry. Does that hurt? Are you gonna go cry to grandma?
And he just kind of looks at you and says, "You're an absolute idiot. Do you want to die?" You're gonna take, you roll me a intelligence saving throw or take 15 points of psychic damage. You succeed, you take 7 points of psychic damage. And he's gonna angrily look at you, seeing you're not taking his stuff to heart.
Not particularly, but you know.
And he is going to look at you and Lance, and he's going to cast Into the Fire on both of you. Can each of you roll me strength saving throws?
We get that extra d4 just in case.
Oh,
shit!
damn!
I have a +8 to my strength.
No! But Lance gets yanked across the room into one of the other ovens. However, Kurogan is totally fine. He withstands, holds his ground, and he looks toward you angrily, Kurogan, and is going to jab at you with his pitchfork. Yeah! He stabs and misses.
That doesn't hit.
Yep. He's like, what? Gah!
You really
He's
suck,
frustrated.
don't you?
Very angrily at this point, losing his accent. He's so mad. Selcress, it's your turn. Do you just run?
Yeah, actually.
Out the door, down the road, you see the tavern ahead of you, your way home.
Yeah, I'm home. Levi's actually gonna stay behind.
Oh shit, so Levi hangs out to help?
Yeah, at Selcress's command, he does.
Selcress, as you're like rushing out right with Krixus, and you see all of the Lemures also like rushing around, you see like maybe 10 of these large insectoid devils flying down. They have these large, they're insectoid in shape, but they have these large kind of bony wings, and they are pale white. They appear to be made of bone. You recognize these as bone devils, and there are 10 of them descending upon the restaurant right now as you... Not looking good for them.
Nope. They're not after me, are they?
No, they don't seem to be. They also don't look at any of the Lemures. You're small enough that you blend in with the Lemures as you're running. They
All
just
right.
don't notice you outside of like the 8 Lemures running.
Can I actually have Levi turn invisible and come out with me?
Oh yeah, Levi like goes to go in and then turns around and comes back. Krixus, you flee as well, or do you head back in? You see these bone devils descending.
Does it look like they see me yet?
Yes.
Krixus?
I'm gonna look back at Chef Ramsey. You take that damn moonbeam damage again.
God damn it, you're right. Alright, roll his con save. He succeeds. Go ahead and give me the half damage. And then what would you like to do, Krixus?
Glorious plans for this. Half damage on 15.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Tidal Wave again inside the oven.
Oh, wait, you're not in the oven anymore.
No,
He's gonna
but I
cast
can.
it
Oh,
in.
you're
I'm gonna
gonna try
cast
to
it
freelance.
from me. Yes, I'm gonna try to freelance.
Oh, jeez. All right, so you blow up a second one of the ovens. Lance, you're gonna take 11 points of bludgeoning.
Well, that's better than
Okay.
like 6.
But you are freed from the oven as the fire hits.
And,
At this point, the entire room is like covered in this steam, right?
I'm gonna transfer myself into a spider
Okay.
as I slide out where it looks like I'm just a pizza plate.
You're just like, whee! You ride the wave out now through the open doors. The Lemures get knocked around again. Like, "Arr!" And you and Selcress flee. Flee to safety, but you complete the mission. Lance, it is your turn. As you look around you, the Lemures may be gone, but you see the dark shadows of these other bone devils converging. You can see Ramsey kind of going into a defensive kind of position, not looking great himself, knowing his reinforcements are on the precipice. What do you do?
Lance will start this turn by putting back on the creepy black robe because that's more blendy-any than, hey, look at me, I'm divine.
Okay.
Would that take any action economy, or can I do that?
Bonus action, you can just toss it.
Okay, I'll do that for bonus action. And Kurogan's still looking good. Krixus is still looking rough.
Krixus bailed. Krixus and Selcress are gone.
I have
God.
39 on my 56 health.
Yeah, Kurogan's
geez.
looking fine for now, but Kurogan's about to get overwhelmed by a bunch of bone devils. And so are you if you can't get out.
You gotta get out.
I'm not sure Lance could totally bail out on a comrade, so
Lance stays
Go
to
on,
fight.
Lance! Save
He is-
yourself!
if we're getting out of this, we're getting out of this together. And
Trust me, I have a
will-
plan!
Okay, if you got a plan, I'll be waiting for you at the place, and Lance will begin to bail, but
place.
not quite leaving all the way out.
Okay, so you kind of wait by the door to see. At this point, there's not a lot of people left in here. There are a bunch of dead people from the tidal waves and stuff.
Whoops.
You see like the one guy who was just like stabbed to death by someone else. Like somebody just took the opportunity to murder someone else in the chaos.
Whoops.
Does he have any shinies on him?
Yeah.
Is this really the
he
time?
does. He's got like a very nice cravat, which like seems to still be in great shape.
I will just grab that on the way out.
Yeah, it seems to be magically kind of just kind of magically enhanced to not be destroyed. It seems magically protected cravat. But yeah, okay, you just kind of grab it and you bail. You leave. If you leave, I need you to roll me a performance check to try and blend in, or a deception, your choice.
Okay, I am so good in both of those.
Oh no. So as you're kind of going out, the Lemures all kind of point toward you, go, "Wah!" And the Bone Devils look toward you, Lance. And you do not escape their gaze. Kurogan, would you like to take a... Oh, sorry, what was that?
Oh, I was just gonna say I'll give a little nod and turn around and just start running.
Okay. Kurogan? would you like
Is
to take
there,
one last
are
turn?
there any windows?
There are. They appear to be like clear crystal.
Does it look like it's possible to crash through them?
Possible, but unlikely.
Well,
You try?
disengage and run!
Alright, you disengage and go to bash through a window?
This is your plan.
Yes.
Alright, can you give me a strength athletics check? The DC is 25, but if you do it, you go right through. Oh!
What the
Oh my god!
Bloody smash through the crystal window!
Whoa!
You like get a 3-point landing and just like amazed it worked, continue to run.
Holy shit! Going
and-
by!
As you go to bolt, yeah, Jesus. You come out like an alleyway, right? On the other side of the building. And there's nothing else going on here. You sneak off. A Dragonborn, you actually kind of blend in here. And you bolt like a bat out of hell, pun unintended, like a dragon out of hell, and make your way to the tavern. Lance, you're the only one who has any difficulty here, as 8 devils descend upon you. Are you still blessed, or not blessed, sanctuary?
I believe I'm still sanctuary. I think it's coming to an end. It's been about 4 or 5 rounds.
Here's to see how many devils can attack you. Your DC is 16 or 15.
My DC is only 14.
Okay, well, that's 1, 2, 3. So 3 of them come at you and are able to make attacks against. And they are going to attack with a sting. Is that going to hit?
Miss.
A second sting. That one's got you though, right?
Oh yeah, I'm unconscious.
All right, and with that, Lance unfortunately is taken down by these devils, and I guess our scene kind of fades to black as Kurogan bolts through the window and smashes through and goes down the road, and the devils, the flock of white bony creatures, descend upon Lance, and unfortunately, Lance is not able to escape from this adventure. However, Clinton Slaughtermurder thanks you all heartily for bringing his things back when you all return.
Oh god, that was horrible.
I can't show my face in this for so long now. You... so... Okay.
Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Shut up, Kurogan.
Kurogan's got like a shard of crystal in his neck. Like, oh, dang.
I just block it out. No problem.
You owe me one. You owe me a big heaping plate of ice cream when you come, okay?
I will buy you the biggest plate of
No,
ice cream.
Clint! Clint owes me that! You did good!
And Clint looks over at all of you, way ahead of you, and puts down on the table a large ice cream sundae flavored as delicious spongy carrion crawler, a delicacy of the
Oh,
Underdark.
Clint, I'm sorry. Well, not really sorry, because you said he could die in hell. I almost killed him for you.
You're such a good peon, Clint.
And with that, I think this adventure comes to an end. Congratulations, everyone. Lance, too bad you weren't quite able to sneak out of that one. But well done nonetheless.
It's glorious.
I saved my friends. The true duty of a life cleric.
Try to make Mommy and the Vistas happy.
I'm here.
I went about 15 minutes over, I think, or maybe more. I don't know, but
Not too bad. Would anyone like to shop?
No.
I'm okay.
Saving for now.
Yes, I am also saving.
Lance?
Lance is still saving for the time being.
Okay.
All right.